Hello, my name is Kevin Cloninger. I'm a member of the Student Managed Investment Portfolio at VCU and a millennial, and I have the next big trend for you to make a film about. This trend is the use of robo-advisors over human financial advisors by the millennial generation. A robo-advisor is just a software program that automatically uses an algorithm to give you financial advice in the place of a human financial advisor. Now millennials, they are defined as a generation born in 1980 to 2000. This leads into my first reason on why you should produce my video. You should produce my video because millennials are the largest generation in the United States at 75.4 million individuals, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Now let's go over a fun little narrative. Let's say you just graduated from college and you landed a job as a millennial. Congratulations, you just joined the 34% of your generation that have earned a bachelor's degree. And the first thing you want to do is hire a financial advisor to manage your money. However, there are some roadblocks to obtaining that financial advisor. One is the student debt load you possess. Two, the jobs out there may not pay as much as you hope they would pay. Let me go over to student debt first. The average graduate of the class of 2016 graduated with a little over $37,000 in student loan debt, up 6% over the class of 2015. Not to mention, this generation has experienced a high degree of underemployment. Underemployment is defined as working jobs that you are overqualified for. For example, that could happen because you earn a bachelor's degree, and the job you take doesn't even require a bachelor's degree. These jobs could be in industries such as restaurants, or as a bartender, waitstaff, even a retail clerk. Now, around the time the recession has happened, around 2009 to 2011, 56% of those aged 22 and out of college in the years 2009 2011 took jobs that didn't require a college degree. And more than 20% of underemployed graduates are in low-wage jobs as defined as those paying less than $25,000 a year, according to a New York Fed report. These low-wage jobs are also impacting this generation's ability to repay student loans borrowed from the federal government. The Washington Journal reported that over 40% of borrowers aren't making payments or behind on payments for the loans they took in order to finance their college educations. These factors have lowered millennials' ability to save money and invest for retirement, so they have to be frugal and careful with what little money they possess. Another reason to produce this video is because robo-advising is cheaper than hiring a human financial advisor. For example, some financial investment advisors charge 2% of assets a year. However, the cost can easily be 3 times that, according to human financial advisor Rick Edelman. Rick's firm only charges for asset management, just a one-time fee each year. However, other financial advisors can generate extra fees off clients for possibly selling products to generate commissions for these said advisors. And this differs from the robo-advising model. Robo-advising sites charge lower fees than human financial advisors. For example, Wealthfront will manage the first $10,000 in your account for free. And once your account's worth more than 10 grand, they charge you a 0.25% advisory fee on assets. These lower fees appeal to younger investors like millennials and allow more of their money to go farther for them because they are paying less in fees. These fees can have a material impact on the growth of investor money. Now let me elaborate on the fact that fees can really kill your investment performance. Let me start with an example. Let us say you have $100,000 to invest. Now I'm going to take this money and I'm going to invest it 2 ways. 1, with a human financial advisor, and 2, with a robo-advisor. I'm going to show you the difference in terms of fees and return. Now both the human advisor and the robo-advisor pick the same exact investments. And now let's say that you invest your money with a human financial advisor for 30 years at a cost of 1% of assets every year, and you earn a compounded return of 4.98% a year after fees. A return is simply the gain or loss of an investment in a certain time period, usually a year, and also usually expressed as a percentage. The investor will end up with about $430,000. Now let us say you invest that same $100,000 with a robo-advisor for the same 30 years. The robo-advisor charges you only 0.25% of assets a year. The investors will earn a compounded return of 5.72% a year after fees. This means your money will grow to $530,000. The robo-advisor brought in an additional $100,000 over a human financial advisor. Not to mention, robo-advisors don't earn any commissions like financial advisors charge for the buying and selling of investment products. These commissions that financial advisors may charge may cause you to do worse than before. For example, remember how I said the financial advisor, Rick Edelman, said the cost of those commissions can triple the cost of investment management, from the originally promised fee of 1% on assets to 3% of assets. So that means the investors' true return after fees will be reduced by 2% from 4.98% a year to only 2.98% a year. And that is a dramatic reduction in money, because when your money is only growing at 2.98% a year, you're going to end up with only $241,000 at the end of 30 years. That is like almost $190,000 less than if the investor's human financial advisor charged you only a one-time fee of 1% of assets a year annually. These numbers were found on a robo-advising site for a company known as Wealthfront. Robo-advisors are able to charge these low fees because their platforms are mostly online, which has the benefit of having lower costs. The next reason you should reduce my video is because the technology in this video will appeal to millennials, which I will reiterate again, are the largest generation in America at 75.4 million individuals. Younger investors, like millennials, are more comfortable using technology because they have grown up using tech, and over 85% of millennials own a smartphone, according to Nielsen.com. These are smartphones all the time wherever you go, especially in class. Just go to any class of ECU and you'll always see at least one phone out. Not to mention, this generation uses their smartphones to handle financial matters. This includes paying bills and conducting business on the phone, like paying Uber. I'm myself an example of this because I pay my credit card bills online on sites such as USAA.com and do my own personal investing online through my Scottrade account. Older generations like baby boomers and traditionalists aren't as familiar with technology and computers and are less trusting than younger investors. This is evidenced by the fact that only 64% of baby boomers are smartphone owners, according to eMarketer.com. Baby boomers didn't grow up with smartphones, like millennials did. If they needed help, then they talked to someone, or went to the library instead of Googling the answer online. Plus, many baby boomers are more likely to want to talk with a professional about their financial situations because they tend to have more complex situations than their younger counterparts, the millennials. I believe the trend of millennial investors shifting to robo-advising will revolutionize the way financial advice is given to future generations of investors. Your time and efforts conducted to produce this film will be well rewarded due to the size of the potential audience. As I mentioned before, millennials are the largest generation in the United States at 75.4 million members. Not to mention, you will satisfy this generation and appeal to them by using technology in this film. Here is my business card. Feel free to call me at 571-271-5621. You can also email me at klongerk@vcu.edu to learn more about what I have discovered about this trend. I look forward to working together, and thank you for your time.